Hey everyone, so what if I told you that the secret to making a fortune in stocks is to do the exact opposite of what feels right? That's the wild, counterintuitive idea behind William J. O'Neill's legendary investing system, and today we're going to break down exactly how it works. Just think about that for a second. What if the real key to winning isn't about digging for bargains? What if it's actually about buying stocks that already seem expensive and are getting even more so? It sounds kind of crazy, I know, but it's at the very heart of this entire philosophy. O'Neill actually called this the great investing paradox. Our brains are literally hardwired to hunt for a good deal. It feels smart, it feels safe to buy things when they're on sale. But in the stock market, that very instinct, our desire to buy low, can be our absolute worst enemy. And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? It shows the total clash between our gut feeling and what the data actually shows. We're all taught buy low, sell high, but O'Neill's research completely flips that script. It shows that the true market giants, the stocks that deliver those life-changing returns, are the ones that are already showing incredible strength, the ones hitting new highs. This quote from O'Neill himself really drives the point home. The stocks that seem too high and way too risky to most people are often the ones with the most powerful momentum. Yeah, it's a completely counterintuitive idea for sure, but as we're about to see, it's backed by a century of cold, hard market data. So the big question is, how did O'Neill even arrive at such a radical conclusion? This wasn't just a gut feeling or some hot take. Nope, it was the result of one of the most detailed studies of the stock market ever done. Let's dig into how he did it. See, instead of starting with a theory, O'Neill started with the evidence. He basically became a market detective, going back in time and performing an autopsy on a century's worth of the biggest winning stocks. He wanted to find their DNA, to figure out what did these monster stocks all have in common before they launched into orbit. And this led him to a central discovery, the power of what he called historical precedent. The whole idea is that success leaves clues, and these patterns repeat over and over. The winning stocks of the future are going to look a lot like the winning stocks of the past. A game-changing tech company today will likely share key traits with a dominant railroad company from the 1890s, right before they both made their historic runs. So, how do you spot these winning traits in real time? Well, O'Neill believed stock charts are like a doctor's X-ray. They give you a clear, totally unbiased diagnosis of a stock's health by showing the raw forces of supply and demand at work. So, from this massive historical study, O'Neill boiled down all those common characteristics into a powerful 7-point checklist. It's a tool designed to help investors spot potential superstocks. And it's an acronym that has become absolutely legendary: CAN-SLIM. All right, let's run through it real quick. Each letter is a non-negotiable test the stock has to pass. C is for current earnings, and we're not talking small gains. We want explosive, accelerating growth right now. A is for annual earnings. Is there a multi-year track record of success? N stands for new. This is the catalyst, a new product, new leadership, or the stock itself hitting a new all-time high price. S is supply and demand. Is the trading volume surging as the price goes up? That's the footprint of big money buying in. L is for leader. You want the number one player in the industry, not some fifth best wannabe. I is for institutional sponsorship. Are the big, smart money funds buying it? And finally, M for market direction. You've got to swim with the market tide, not against it. But here's the crucial twist. You can find a stock that passes every single one of those 7 tests with flying colors and still lose your shirt. Why? Because O'Neill argued that the single most important rule for success has nothing to do with buying the right stock. It's all about when you sell. It's about having a bulletproof plan to protect your money when you're wrong. And trust me, in investing, you will be wrong. A lot. This right here, this is O'Neill's ironclad #1 rule. You cut every single loss at 7 to 8% below what you paid for it. Period. No exceptions, no excuses. This isn't about your ego, it's not about hoping the stock will come back. It is pure, unemotional, mathematical discipline. This one rule is your shield. It's what protects your capital so you can stay in the game and live to fight another day. And look, he wasn't alone in this. The legendary investor Bernard Baruch built a fortune on this exact principle. As this quote shows, success doesn't come from having a perfect batting average. It comes from making sure your strikeouts are small, manageable events, so that your big home runs can do all the heavy lifting. Think of this 8% rule as your personal insurance policy against financial disaster. That's all it is. You're just willingly paying a small, known premium, that 8% loss, to protect yourself from an unknown catastrophic loss. It's the cost of doing business, and it's what keeps your capital safe so that you are ready for the next great opportunity. So, that's it. That's the CanSlim system. It's a powerful framework, born from a century of market history, designed to stack the odds in your favor. But the system itself is only half the battle. The real secret weapon isn't the checklist, it's the discipline to actually follow it, especially the hardest rule of all, cutting your losses. That discipline, the ability to conquer your own gut instincts, is what truly separates the winners from everyone else.